How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully, you had an awesome weekend and you found the car that you're looking for. But just in case you didn't find the car that you're looking for, just in case you didn't get lucky, just in case you had a typical car buying experience, when you go to a car dealership, you try to negotiate, you try to get a deal done, you try to make a reasonable offer, but the dealership is screwing around with you, wasting your time. They're not willing to negotiate over the phone. They're not willing to send you any paperwork over the email. They're telling you that you have to come in. Even if you live 3, 4 hours away, they think you have nothing else to do on your weekend besides driving around and talking with them and negotiating with them. If you didn't get lucky, if you had a typical car buying experience where you're going through this bullshit, welcome to the real world. Because unfortunately, for everybody else, this is what car buying experience is looking like. You have to spend 3, 4 hours at the dealership, then you have to do that at 2 or 3 dealerships. So your weekend is gone. Your entire weekend is gone. As much of the research that you put in up front, it's not enough because they want you to come in to negotiate, and they think it's fair for you to be driving around town negotiating. They don't have a problem with this. They'll make you drive around town. It's not your time that they are wasting. Imagine if they had to come to you to negotiate. I guarantee you their negotiating tactics and how they do business would change quite a bit. Hey guys, if you have questions, put them in the chat below. I'm gonna get to them. That's what this is for. We have this stream 2 times a week. Thursdays before you go out car shopping, and Saturday right after you come back car shopping. You went out into the field, you fought a fair fight, now you're back. Let's talk about it. What did you do? What did dealerships do? What kind of issues did you encounter? Do you have questions about car buying? What cars are the best to buy? What's the best way to go around car shopping? Should you go car shopping nationwide or locally? Let me get in some of these questions here. Alfredo, welcome to the stream. Mula Power, how's it going, man? You here first, man. You quick. Alec J, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Ruckus, glad to see you here. Hey, Flyby, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Carmen Green, hey, Dan, good evening. How's it going, Carmen? Ruckus TV, hope your weekend was great. It's always great, man. It is always great. Alec J, Dan is awesome. I would love to hit up the club with Dan. I'm not a club going man. I'm not a club going guy. Lester Johnson, Dan, how much has the Dodge Charger Catback been going for out the door in your experience? Lester, I haven't had anybody that was looking for that specific car. Actually, I haven't had anybody that looked for a Dodge Charger or a Challenger ever, to be honest with you. Bunch of Wranglers, Jeeps all over the place, but Dodge Cat. I had some people that were looking for Mustangs. Mustangs, yes. Unfortunately, Dodge, nobody has contacted me about that car specifically. You might be the first one. Brett. So I just scheduled to pick up my 2019 Mitsubishi Mirage. Oh boy, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. As a rental car. Oh, whoo! I'm running ahead. It's a rental. You're safe. You're safe. As a rental car in 3 weeks, taking up to Green Bay, Wisconsin from Chicago, Illinois. It's a rental car. You're safe. That Mitsubishi is a rental. You're gonna be fine. They can always bring you another one if that one blows up in the middle of the freaking highway. Are Japanese cars is the best cars to buy? Yes, Asians all the way. Let me see. Are we in focus here? All right. Yeah, Asians. Toyota, Hyundai, Kia, Honda, Mazda. That's Lexus and Genesis. Those are the top 7 cars that I would go for. To be honest with you, those are the top 7 cars that I recommend. Is buying under order mandatory to submit payment for the vehicle without signing the other paperwork? Not really. It's not mandatory, but it's a good idea to have it. I always tell folks, get buyer's orders. Without buyer's order, you don't have anything. You know, you have a salesman's word, and God knows salesman word doesn't mean anything. Johnny DK, Dan, are you going to be New Order concert in Miami? No, Johnny DK. I don't go to bars. I don't go to parties. I don't go to freaking clubs. I don't go to concerts. I work 6 days a week, and I cook on 7th, and then it's like the same thing again next week. Abel Rodriguez, what do you think about buying a used Raptor Gen 2? Go for it. If you want to buy a Raptor, go for it. You know, it's pretty decent. See, what do you think about? There's no alternative for a Raptor. There is no other high power truck like it. You know, you can make one your own. You know, I think it would be a pretty cool idea. But if you want a Raptor, then you can, you know, if you want a Raptor, there's no other alternative. That's it. You buy a Raptor. Mula Power. Actually, Dan, I let my sis drive my car and she crashed before I got insurance. What? Who you do? I'm guessing you want to say, what do I do, right? Your sister crashed the car. Well, congratulations, buddy. Your sister is buying you another car. Sup, man? It's Jake Neese. Hey, Jake, how's it going, buddy? Glad to see you here. Johnny DK, what happened to your subscriber count? It was 13, and then 13,000, poof, and it's gone. Oh, I hate it. I hate it because you know I only have 13,000 subscribers. It's nothing for me to brag about, you know. I was like, whatever. I actually hit it by accident. I was going through YouTube options, you know, through some back end, and it was like there's a check mark, hide YouTube subscriber. Click, okay, keep going. I didn't even know it was a. I didn't even know that still was a thing. Yes, as Flyby said, performance-oriented vehicles are very likely to be beat up, very likely to be abused. So especially Raptors. God forbid one fucking idiot took it outside to some fucking jumps, fucked up the suspension, possibly even bent the frame on the landing. That's it. You're fucked. You know, so you have to be really, really, really careful. Brett, what do you think about new Tesla Cybertruck? It's ugly as fuck. It's a very interesting concept, and people will flock to it like crazy. The sales on that truck are gonna be insane. It doesn't matter how ugly it looks. It doesn't matter. The ugliness of it will drive people to it. You know, it's like ugly sweater Christmas contest. Who would purposefully wear ugly sweaters? But yet it's a thing, you know? So people will buy it. It's an interesting concept. You know, I I personally wouldn't buy it, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna guys. I'm gonna catch up on your questions. Put them in here. I'm gonna get to them. But I wanna say something real quick about that truck. Everybody knows that whenever you're towing something with the truck, you use more energy, you use more gas. Well, since with Tesla, you also use more energy, what's gonna happen to the you know, the range on the truck? You know, how is it gonna? How much less distance will you be able to get if you're driving a fucking hauling a bobcat, towing some you know, some fucking horses, or towing a boat, you know, or a construction trailer full of fucking tools. That motherfucker is heavy as shit. You know, full of lawnmower equipment. You know, how much less distance are you gonna get? That's what I'm really, 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 really curious about. Because on a regular truck, you stop, you get gas, you keep going. On that truck, oh boy, you know, I don't know how much you're gonna get, and unfortunately, that's something only we're gonna get if people who buy one will decide to do that test. They have to decide to do that test. You know, I don't know if they wanna, do that test because the results may not be Tesla favorable. Gary, hey Dan, had some friends. They bought a brand new vehicle Friday. The first Ford dealership wanted to charge them 21% interest rate. They drove 150 miles to other dealership, charging them 4.5%. They bought it. I mean, holy shit! That's insane. That is insane. Listen, would your friends be willing to share, some of their information, like the buyer's order? I don't need to see their personal information, but I would love to make a video about that dealership. You know, a buyer's order with the interest rate. You know, some kind of a piece of paper that proves that they got that interest rate. Because I can't be just saying shit. You know, I can't be lying. Um, Paul Demore, the dealer won't give you buyer's order if he knows you're shopping around. Paul Demore, that's not a problem. If a dealer says I'm not gonna give you a buyer's order, not a problem, sweet cheeks. There are more dealerships than McDonald's. Like, for example, I was looking for a Jeep for somebody, fucking Wrangler. I oh, 200 dealerships. I'm not gonna say over 200 dealerships, but 200 dealerships. Contacted 200 fucking dealerships for one Jeep Wrangler. If somebody says no, then fuck you. I'm not giving you a buyer's order. I'm not allowing you to do a PPI. If they tell me no on anything, I can drop them. I can fucking drop them and move to somebody else. That's it. It's that simple. Dexterous Mentis. What's up, dude? Welcome to the stream, buddy. What do you think about 2020 Lincoln Navigator? Fucking love Lincoln Navigator, dude. That thing looks sexy as hell. Back in the day, I used to love Cadillacs. You know, the Escalades. Damn, they look good. They look good. But now, I mean, Cadillac still looks good. And the new Escalade with vertical taillights, moistness. Looks beautiful. But the new Lincoln, I mean, I'll take the new Lincoln. First, it's better looking. Second, my personal, humble, unbiased opinion, I think it's more luxurious and more comfortable. And number three, which, again, I could say it's kind of my personal opinion. I think it's more reliable because Cadillacs, Escalades in last generations, they had problems with radios, with their fucking, in 2020 you don't have a radio. You have a whole fucking thing where it's like navigation, all your fucking controls in there. So they had a problem with all that, and everything is a fucking touch screen. So one thing screws up, congratulations, the whole thing is done. So they had a problem with that. So I'm not a huge fan of that situation. So I love new fucking Lincolns. The Ford Lightning is a pretty good race truck among with the Raptor. Yeah. Ford did make a different truck, but Raptor is mostly off-road. Lightning is for pavement. S'more, there's a Lexus RX 350, 450. 450h hybrid 2017, 10,000 miles for $43,000. You think it can be negotiated down to $35,000? I don't think I can do it. Maybe somebody else can. I don't think I can do it. And here's why. It's a fucking Lexus. It's not a Ford. It's not a Chevy. It's not a Toyota. It's not a Honda. It's the most desirable SUV out there. it's a Lexus RX 350 or just RX model, whatever, 350, 450h, it doesn't matter. It's the most desirable SUV. It is very, very, very hard to negotiate on those things. They're luxurious and reliable. Give me something else that you can buy, let's say used from 2017, 2016, that is just as luxurious and just as reliable. Let's go. Europeans? No. Not Audi, not Mercedes, not BMW, not Volkswagen, not Range Rover, nobody. Next, what are we left with? Acura? Not so much, because they have a problem with their all-wheel drive, and some people do want all-wheel drive, right? And Acura is not as it's not as soft, it's not as comfortable as Lexus. Lexus is much more softer. It's much more pleasant to drive than, you know. It's like a fucking couch on wheels. It's what old Cadillacs used to be. When you're driving RX, you're in a fucking, in a bubble. You're just rolling down the road. What else is there? Infiniti has issues with transmission. There was even a recall on the what is it called, QX60s, the 3-row SUV, which is a competitor to the RX. RX is the only one, unfortunately. Now we have Kia Telluride and Honda Palisade. Okay, in 3 years we're gonna have Lexus RX is gonna have some serious competition from Telluride and Palisade. But for now, from just, if you're looking at used car market, unfortunately, RX is the king of the hill. There's nothing to compare that to, and dealers know that. They know that, so they're not really willing to negotiate too much. It's very hard to negotiate on Lexus. Laron, hi Dan, I'm 18 and I want to get into a car flipping business. Do you think I should start with buying salvage vehicles and flipping them? Okay, Laron, I'll give you a pro tip. You need to work for 2 years at a dealer that already does that. You need to work at somebody at the dealership that already does that. For 2 years, you're gonna save money. You're gonna sell cars. You're gonna know how the business works. You're gonna get in. You're gonna you're gonna be like a fucking James Bond. Okay, you're gonna spy on him for 2 years and then take notes. Literally, you have a little notepad in your phone. You take notes for your business. Collect the notes for 2 years, and then at the end of 2 years, you got your 30, 40, $50,000 saved up, because you're gonna need a lot of money to start, and you start doing that. And again, in 2 years after you're done, you're learning in the field. You went out, you learned, right, like an intern, but you're actually getting paid for it. You learn how everything is done. You talk to me. I'll tell you what to do next. You don't get a dealer's license. You borrow a dealer's license. You don't need your own lot. Use somebody else's lot. I'll tell you how to do that. Just talk to me in 2 years. But if you want to get into it, dude, go for it. Learn a skill. The skill that you will learn working at the dealership is something that 99.99% of people don't have. The new Tesla Cybertruck has over 146 pre-orders, I read. Oh, I believe that. Oh, yeah, I believe that. It's $40,000. Listen. If I was to buy a truck, for $40,000, it had to be a new truck, not a used truck. I would actually look into Tesla's truck. I really would. Here's why. Just because it's so goddamn cool looking. It has all the nice technology, But if you want to get the actual, collision avoidance systems, if you want to get self-driving option, the autopilot, I mean, you're going to be in $50,000-$60,000 range. So you're going to be hella fucking expensive price range. But it's cool looking, Ace Idris. Hi Dan. So I got car insurance for $1,700 a month for a 21-year-old. Listen, Ace Idris, I know people whenever they were 18, 20, 23, 24, 25 years old, they bought car insurance once. and then or they what they did is they got somebody else's uh, card, insurance card, and they drove with that insurance card. They just photoshopped the shit out of it. They just put their own name, and but you have to do once a year. You have to update this thing in the Photoshop. Again, I heard this stuff. I don't, I shouldn't say I know somebody who did this. I read it somewhere online. Listen, insurance companies do take advantage of young people, like very much. Older people, again, not trying to be a dick, right? Not trying to be a piece of shit here, but people over 65 get into more accidents than people that are 18. I know, crazy. You have more chances to get into a car accident with your grandpa than a texting 18-year-old. Think about that one. Yeah. Um, so I would love to give you where I actually got that statistic from. Unfortunately, I don't have it. I don't remember. That's why, again, this is just, let's call this Dan's opinion. You know. Yeah, dude. These insurance companies are fucking insane. Yeah, dude. There's so many young people driving without car insurance. It's crazy. Uh, Carrie, Nias, I contacted a dealer in SC, South Carolina, about a Sienna. They told me I need to hurry and test drive because 10 other people were looking at it. I sent them thumbs up and left me the fuck alone. Yeah, they won't leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, these dealers will pretend like there's people lining the fuck up for these cars. It's not true. And let's say it is. Let's say it is. It's not a problem. You go buy a car somewhere else. Do not ever get married to your car. It's a fucking. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be. It's not gonna be a marriage. It's like you're gonna be dating. Okay. You date for 10, 15 years, then you get a different car. You date for 10, 15 years, you get a different car. That's it. So don't be afraid to tell the dealership, fuck off. Don't be afraid to walk away. Don't be afraid to leave them completely and never even talk to them. And if they're bothering you, tell them, hey guys, delete me from your CRM. If you contact me 2 more times, I'm gonna file a harassment lawsuit against you. That's it. They'll delete you real quick. They're very afraid of lawsuits. Again, not trying to be a dick, but when somebody tells you delete me from your CRM and a stupid ass salesman is being stupid and not deleting people's information when they ask them not to not to add that information in the first place or delete it, it's their own fault. You know. Let me give you a little tip here on another tip. When a dealer says, hey, we have somebody looking at that car, or we have 2 appointments next Saturday for it, not a problem. Do you want to have an appointment or do you want to have a sale? I can wire you the money in next 15 minutes. You shut up and let them fucking think about that one. Do you want to have appointments or do you want to sell a car right now? It's their choice. They can pretend or they can give you the deal that you're looking for. Ace, can I add a person to my car insurance without him having license? No. I mean, maybe yes, but I don't think so. I'm gonna go with a no. Listen, I hate fucking how the whole driver's license system. I hate car insurances. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you to drive without car insurance, because that's gonna look bad. But these companies, $1,700 a month for car insurance. Like this guy is driving. How old is he? 17 or 18 or something, or 21. He's 21. He's driving a $5,000 car, $10,000 car. Like, come on, fuck me. Sweet cheeks, man. It is what it is, man. I can't lie, man. Uh, Hey, Second Life, welcome to the stream, buddy. Carmen Green, there are some dealerships. There are more dealerships than McDonald's. Well, words to remember before you sign up for a shitty deal. It's true, dude. Like this is not even a something I made up. There are literally more McDonald's than car dealerships. Ruckus TV, can car insurance add another car to the plan on the same day you call them? I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. Hey D Timmons, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Jacob H, you're the man. Thanks, appreciate it, buddy. Ruckus TV, if you get a loan from a bank and not from a dealership, does the bank have to sign the buyer's order from the dealership? Yes, because they are the one who are buying the car. Well, no, it's not the buyer's order. Okay, it's not really. It's not buyer's order. It's something. It's different. But that Ruckus. Okay. So to answer your question, do they have to? Does the bank has to sign the buyer's order? No, because the buyer's order is not really anything. It's just a confirmation of the price on paper. Gary, I would also like a Ford Flex. Yeah, Ford Flex, I actually like that car, to be honest with you. If you want to buy it. Carmen Green, hey Dan, have you heard about Genesis GV80 SUV? It's supposed to be really good based on G80. Yes, I have heard it. Can't wait for it to come out. It's gonna be amazing. That's it. You know, it. Auto Trader has used. Let me see this. Let me see this. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's not a bad deal actually. $34,000. Yeah. Second Life. That's not a bad deal at all. Corgi, what's up, Dan? Someone stole my buddy's 2016 Chevy Impala, crashed it. Guys, please don't leave your car keys in a car. What kind of fucking idiot would leave a car key in a car? What is this, 19 fucking 50s? Shit. Fuck me. Yeah, I mean, Corgi, I mean, I hope your buddy had full fucking coverage. Or you might need to go rushing on his ass and make him pay for that shit. Corgi, damn, what's up? What's your opinion on the Chevy end of the year deals? They have 20% off MSRP. Impala Premier trim. Go for it, bro. 20% off MSRP. Like, what is there to complain about? You found a car that you like. You're getting 20% off MSRP. Sign that bitch and get the fuck out. Johnny DK, Dan, do you have any plans to add vlogging to your channel? A day in life with Dan would be great to watch. Dude, I'm working so fucking much. There is gonna be no vlogging for sure. I want to start a second channel. I want to start. You know, I already started a channel. There's just no fucking videos on because I got no time to record that shit. But yeah, I mean, I definitely will do a second channel. I mean, sometime. I don't know when. But yeah, but not a vlogging channel. And here's the thing, Johnny DK, vlogging takes a lot of effort. It really does. You're gonna have to spend 2 hours a day, maybe even 3 hours a day editing the videos, but 2 hours for sure. Are you ready to spend 2 hours every single day, you know, for your vlogs? And here's something else. You're not gonna get paid for it. If you think you're gonna make some money off YouTube, you ain't gonna make shit. YouTube is not for making money, okay? I'm getting married to a 1994 Skyline. Uh, Dude, awesome. That's a great. If you're gonna be getting R32, hold on, 1994. That 19. Hold on, Corgi. 1994 is not R32. It's R33. It's already a different model. Make sure nobody's telling you this is not this is R32. It's already R33. Don't let them fuck with you. Check all the paperwork. If it says it's R32 for 94, check the paperwork. It's gonna be really hard because it's coming from fucking Japan, but yeah, you know, just 1994 is already R33. Mr. Nilt, if you're in the market for a car, would you recommend now for buying now for end of the year deals or next year? I don't get it. Well, if you need a car now, buy it now. If you don't need a car now, buy it next year. Buy it in 12 months from now. Make sense? Uh, Ace Idris. No, well, it's a very complicated question, bro. It's a very, very fucking complicated question. You know, Ace, it's a very fucking complicated question. If you want answer to it, text me. I'll give you some resources to take a look at. But you're gonna have to spend a lot of time. You know, dude, you're young. You're 21 years old. I mean, you should learn a few things about insurance. You know, text me. I'll send you some resources on insurance and how to get better and cheaper shit. THS sub. I know I'm supposed to negotiate the car and the trade in separately. No, you don't trade in a car at all. You don't trade in. You sell that car separately on your own on Facebook, Craigslist, Instagram. Sell it to some of your friends, co-workers, family. Sell that car to a person. Don't sell it to a dealership who's going to use your car to screw somebody else over. Let's stop doing that. Can we stop being the problem? Yeah, I think I answered that question about the car trading. TW, this was up. Would you recommend a 2017 Mazda 3 over Kia Forte? I've heard they both reliable cars. It's for my 21-year-old kid. First, I wouldn't buy your 21-year-old anything over $5,000, maybe seven if you like them a lot. But yes, 2017 Mazda 3 is just as good as 2019 Kia Forte. It's up to you, whatever you want. Yeah, but am I being a heartless bastard? I think I am. But if I ever had a kid, I won't ever. But if like in some parallel universe I ever had a kid, I guarantee you another me would never buy his kid a fucking car. Fuck that shit. My first car was a Nissan Sentra that had gas that leaked inside the fucking car. Yep, that's the car I drove. D. Timmons, what and where is the best percentage rate? You may have covered this. The D. Timmons, if you're talking about interest rate for interest rate for buying a car, it's going to be credit unions. I talked about this already. That's what I always say: credit unions, credit unions, credit unions. Contact 5 of them in one day, see who gives you the best interest rate. This is too late to circle back to a dealership once you're already given them your final offer. They have no deal 3 days. They said no deal 3 days ago. Listen, you can always circle back to your dealership. You just text. You just tell them back, hey guys, did you decide to sell this car? Literally, ask them, hey guys, did you finally decide to sell this car? That's it. Streets rolling motions. Did you see the ugly Tesla truck? Yes, I did. That thing is ugly as shit, but it's an interesting concept. Joe the Bar One. Hey Dan, I'm playing a good game with the dealers and it's paying off. Found a beauty 2019 Hyundai Elantra GT low miles. They're asking 19.5 Canadian plus fees. I offered 17. All out the door, they took it. I salute you, sir, and I fucking applaud you. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, Joe the Bar One. Listen, can you give me a huge favor? Can you join our Facebook group, 60 Minute Car, and share maybe your buyer's order, or share your experience? You know, just tell people, does my shit work? You know. Ricardo Remes, the second YouTube channel, yeah, it has no videos. I joined it when it was posted link a live stream ago. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ricardo. I just had no fucking time to make the video. I even have some ideas for it. I just need to like fucking get into it. You know? Whatever. I just need to get into it. Gary, I will try to get a dealer of the name of the dealership that I went to change my friend's 21 Cox socks online for sale. Yeah, dude, put the Cox socks for sale. I would love to see him. Number one. Number two. Yeah, if you can ask your friend to share their story. Hey, maybe they can even do an interview with me. That would also be amazing. Mike Centeno. Dan, thank you for all your help. No problem, buddy. When I closed, the financing manager tried so hard to sell me extended warranty. Oh shit, I bet they will, because they're making sometimes as high as 50% profit. They're selling you $1,000 product, they're making 500 fucking dollars. That's not bad. If you do that 3 times a day or 10 times a day, I mean, you make some good fucking money. So this finance manager is trying to sell you a fucking extended warranty for a Honda. Yeah, and you told him the right thing. It's a Honda. It doesn't need it. It doesn't freaking need an extended warranty. It's a Honda. If you wanted to buy extended warranties, you would have bought something else instead of a Honda. Mike Santino, I used your line. Oh, yeah. I do say that it's a Honda. R32 was August 1989, November in 1994, R33, 95 to 98. Are you making an important video, importation video someday? Um, that's interesting. Wow, that is, I guess I was wrong. Okay, I stand corrected, Corgi. I guess I was wrong about the R32, R33 Skylines. No, I'm not going to be making an importation video, how to import the car, just because so few people, like literally less than 1 in a million people will actually care about that video. Less than, okay, less than, you know, 3 in a million people will care about this, you know. So nobody actually cares about this. You and me are the only ones. Corgi, if you ever had a link, I'm not buying him a car. I'm buying a pair of shoes and a bus ticket. Yeah, dude. Corgi, dude, I totally agree. Corgi, how old are you? How old are you? Can you tell me in the chat how old you are right now? I'm gonna wait just 1 second. I wanna make a point here. Damn it, are you here? Corgi, wake up, buddy. Are you here? No? Okay. God damn it. So this guy Corgi, He said, if I ever had a kid, I'm not buying him a car. I'm buying him a pair of shoes and a fucking bus ticket. Listen, a lot of people are like, oh, millennials, you're such a fucking pussy, you're lazy, blah, blah, blah. Or Generation Z, so stupid, so lazy. Listen, look, not we, okay, I'm not going to say all, okay, I will say, a lot of millennials are fucked up, but, Gen Z is actually more conservative than 40 and 50-year-old people. You know what I mean? There's a guy here right now. He doesn't even have kids, and he's like, I'm not buying my kid a car. And there's people on this stream that are buying their kids $20,000 cars. JH. Oh, you're 40. Holy shit, Corgi. Oh, you're 40. You're old as fuck. You're 40. Okay. Never mind then. Never mind then. Yeah, but I'm not 40, and I still I still like when and I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be like, well, I had a tough tough time growing up. Well, I'll make my kid go through it. No. I'm not about putting your kids through shit deliberately, on purpose. But if you're making this entry level to life so easy, when somebody doesn't even have to think, doesn't really have to worry about shit, it's just messed up. Th about it. What, Mike Centeno? What if dealers closes lower on your buyer order than what your credit union gave you? Letter for payment. My dealer somehow came $300. What happened to my $300? I don't understand the question. Closes lower on your buyer's order. Mike, I don't understand. What do you mean by closes on your, I don't know. Are you talking about interest rate? Is that what you're talking about? Corgi, every person who watched Fast and Furious will care about that video. Well, here's the thing, Corgi. Everybody that watched Fast and Furious are 30 and 40 years old. And 30 and 40-year-olds, there's very few people like you and me that care about that stuff. Not only that care, there's only few people, but can also afford to buy a fun weekend car. Make sense? Most people live paycheck to paycheck. 40% of Americans don't have $10,000 in the bank. 40%. 40 fucking percent. That's crazy. We're not talking about Russia, North Korea, China, Vietnam, Mexico, Venezuela, America. In America, people like, I was thinking about importing cars, but it's very hard to sell them. Supra, Skylines, all sorts. I mean, RX-7s, Range Rovers, Range Rover Defenders, Unimogs, just what else is there? The Mercedes, the Army one, the old school Mercedes Army one. I forgot. G-Wagon. It's not G-Wagon, but it's like the predecessor to civilian G-Wagon, or maybe even civilian G-Wagons. I thought about importing cars. Who the fuck is gonna buy that shit? Most people that are, just regular folks like you and me that are not making, $1 million a year won't be able to afford that. Who am I gonna sell that to? Nobody. You know what I mean? Dexter Dex, I know you asked to put zero down while buying a car and use that money to make more money. Dexter Dex, you know me. You know me. Exactly. That's what I say. Use your cash to make more cash babies. And use other people's money, like a bank, to pay for your shit. But how does it work for people who have full-time job and have a personal life? Well, Dexter, God gave you weekends for a reason, right? You have a Sunday that's free. You have a Saturday that's free. Number one. Number two, you can invest money into something. Watch my video I did about best places to invest in 2020, and it's not some stupid, random, crazy stock market, Bitcoin, some kind of technology companies or whatever the fuck. I talk about 4 best places to invest in 2020. That's it. It's very simple. And I go from 4th, to 3, 2, 1, and number 1 the best. Dexter Dex, doesn't it make more sense to put something down, pay less in interest rate overall? Listen, Dexter Dex, you can invest safely. This is not my favorite way to invest, but if you don't have time at all, I mean, you're working 60 hours a fucking week, right? And you have a family to take care of on top of that, and you have 0 time, then listen, something like very safe mutual funds will make you like 8-9% interest rate, 8-9%, 10% interest rate. Well, if you're making 8 here, but you're paying 4 here, now, not a scientist, but one of them is more than the other. Which one is more? If you're paying 4% interest rate, but you're getting 8, I think you're winning here. It makes sense to do that. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of mutual funds, and you have to be very safe. You have to know exactly you can even make your own fund. You don't have to if you're kind of savvy, if you work a job where you can do a lot of research, and if you have time, see, you need skills. You need fucking skills to make money. Just watch that video. I talk about everything regarding investing. Bruno Panizo, 40-year-old as fuck, quote of the night. Erica Sanchez, hi Dan, thank you for all your videos you do. You have amazing energy and great advice. I like how you say things with no filter. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Erica. I appreciate the support, buddy. Jim Short, okay, I'm old. I get my kid a car. It was only 5K Outback. Amen. Amen. Rick Rucci, aloha Dan, the man. Almost 5 p.m. here. You better than the news, than the evening news, dude. Who watches TV? Who watches TV? I think I'm pretty old comparing to some of the kids who are like 18 and fucking 17. We hadn't had TV since I was 16. We're gonna go with 16. We're gonna be safe. From like 16 years old. So I haven't had TV for a very long time. I don't know, like, what do people even watch on TV? If you want to watch something, you just fucking download it and just want to watch a movie, download that movie or whatever the fuck, Who watches TV these days? Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that TV, like news, like actual TV news still exist. Like newspapers are gone. Wouldn't TV news be also gone? Like, how many evening, scenarios about cats do we need to watch? And Jim Short, yeah. And here's my thing about buying, your kid. Again, this is my personal fucking opinion. It's your kid. You can do whatever you want. But when I was given I wasn't given. My mom borrowed me money. She borrowed me money. She said, I can give you like $5,000 to buy a car. You're going to have to pay me back. So she loaned me some money. I got a Nissan. I hated that fucking Nissan. I fucking hated that thing. If you haven't driven a car that leaks gas inside, I mean, you haven't driven a car that leaks gas inside. It's an experience of a fucking lifetime. So this car motivated me to work and get a better car. It was a tool. It wasn't something I could, okay, I'm finally comfortable. I like this car. I got what I wanted. I didn't get what I wanted. I got a shit car. and I motivated myself to work hard to get myself a better car. Retro sneakers. Quick question. Want to buy a Lexus RX 350 2018, but will repair rates and parts be considerably high compared to the other American manufacturers? Okay, so no. The simple answer is no. Here's why. Because Lexus is more reliable than other manufacturers. Numero uno. And numero two. See, I can speak Spanish. You think I can't? I'm a fucking trilingual here. So, number two, you can go to any junkyard, you can go to eBay, you can go to Craigslist and buy yourself the fucking parts that you need. It's the most popular Japanese SUV. Buy it from luxury perspective. Okay, I'm not talking about $19,000 RAV4. I'm talking about a $45,000-$55,000 Lexus. So I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest with you. If you're gonna need parts, which I don't think you're even gonna need because you're buying a Lexus. That's the whole point of buying a Lexus. So you wouldn't need parts. If you need parts, go to fucking junkyard. Just Google. There's places on the internet. That's number one. Oh, okay. We covered number one, number two, and here's number three. If you're going to be buying a 2018, that's a bad idea. You need to be looking at 2016, maybe 2017. Here's why. Because the 2018 has not had enough time to depreciate. You might as well buy a brand new one. It had only 1 year to depreciate. Somebody needs to pay the depreciations. Do you want to pay? Or maybe you want to let somebody else take the big chunk out of it. 2019 5 Series or 2019 E-Class, which should I lease? JH, first, leasing is a horrible idea. Just a very bad idea. You're going to waste your money. Leasing only makes sense if you're making fuck you money. You're making $20,000, $30,000 a month, not a year, a month. And then you have so much fucking money that you need to do something, then you can lease. Okay, whatever. You can lease then because you can write it off on business. But I wouldn't lease. It's a very bad idea. But Mercedes. BMW 5 Series against Mercedes, dude. Mercedes by fucking far. It's more comfortable. You know, you're buying that car because of its comfort, right? Buy the car that's more comfortable, and that's going to be Mercedes. Again, my humble, unbiased opinion. Angel Blue Rider, haven't seen you here in a while, buddy. What's up, Dan? Question: you ever had a dealership not sell your car because they know is against the dealership or they recognize your voice over the phone? No, what I had happen is, and I actually tell people, do not tell anybody who I am, okay? Because the dealership say, oh, yeah, we're not gonna sell your car because you're working with them, because they found the channel. I was like, fuck you, we're not selling your car. So we had to find a different car, and it actually wasn't as good of a deal because it was second price up, not the lowest price, because the first one told us to fuck off. So I always tell people, tell them I'm your fucking cousin, tell them I'm your fucking whatever, relative of some kind, friend, niece, nephew, whatever the fuck. But don't actually tell them who I am. Ace Idris, Dan, what do you think about FF91? It's Bluetooth with your phone. What the FF91? Let me see. What is this shit? It's Bluetooth with your phone? I have no idea what this thing is, bro. And what does Bluetooth with the phone have to do with the car? I found a car. I just googled FF91. That's a car. Core GTV now is garbage, dude. I think, like most people, again, I haven't done the research. I wish somehow I could, but I think like most people get actual physical televisions for video games and Netflix. Like I don't know, like literally, I don't know a single person that has cable or dish. I don't know a single person. They either have Netflix, Hulu, or pretty much that's it. They pay 20 but $10 for Netflix, $10 or whatever it is for Hulu. That's it, and they just play video games. I don't think majority of people are actually, let me tune in into Fox or CNN because they're so on point with their information. Gary E. Dan, my dream vehicle is a 2018 or a 2016 Lexus SUV, but we live in North Dakota. There's no Lexus dealership within 800 miles. If warranty work has to be done, why would warranty work need to be done? Okay, and second, Gary, you need to. How do you live in North Dakota? I don't understand who lives in like North Dakotas are two states that like baffle me. You know, have you guys seen that movie? I think it's called Red Dawn or Wolverines or something. It's about like the movie. Okay, forget the name of the movie because I obviously don't remember. But the movie is about North Koreans like invading America, and there was a group of Americans that were like trying to fight, and they called themselves Wolverines. Okay, if that situation ever happened, I think Dakotas would be safe. They were like, we're not even going in there. Like there is what dirt and fucking cold. Bro, how do you live in there? That's crazy. Nobody would even fucking invade. Nobody would invade you. But here's the thing: if you need warranty work on your Lexus, yeah, you're fucked. You're fucked. But hopefully you buy a Lexus that doesn't need warranty work. That's kind of the whole point of a Lexus. Tom, what up, Dan? I love leasing. Cool. Payments are so low if you get subsidized. Oh God, if you get government subsidized cars, the payments are stupid low. That's right. That's fucking right. I'm about to break into an emotional, spiritual dance here. Okay. If you can make taxpayer pay for your shit, hell yeah, it's gonna be cheap. Like Carmen Green, like what you're saying about depreciation in general. What cars depreciate quickly, and if a car depreciates quickly, is that a bad thing or a good thing? It's not a great thing if a car depreciates quickly, but and then it's a good thing. Fuck, dude, why, Carmen? Why you gotta ask such a complicated question? But it's a good question, to be honest with you. Okay, so here's the thing about depreciation. It's good and it's bad. Why is it bad? If you buy a car brand new, it depreciates. Now you have to sell it for a low price. It's bad. But you shouldn't be selling a car until it blows up. Then if you're buying a used car, then depreciation is a good thing. There's a car for $50,000. Now it's $25,000. A few years later, that's a great thing. Like Kias, people still have weird feelings about Kias, so they depreciate like hell. They depreciate a lot and they depreciate fast. So buying a used Kia is a great idea. Buying used Honda, again, great idea. Tom, if MSRP of a car is $26,000 and the lease is $265 a month with zero down, is that a good price? I would not say so. No, I wouldn't go for it, to be honest with you. 265. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. Let me do the math here. Have I done math already on this? Because the funny thing is somebody contacted me about a Escalade a couple of days ago with lease, and I told them, dude, just buy a car. It's literally gonna be like 40% cheaper. No, it was like 37% cheaper. We're gonna go with 37% cheaper. So if you buy a car for 26, I'm not gonna do math because it's gonna take forever. But listen, Tom, do the math on 20 years. You're gonna be driving in 20 years, right? You buy a car, or 15 years even, right? Let's say this car is going to last you 15 years, you know, or 12 years, you know, 12 years. What do you think is going to be cheaper, you know? I'll do it on 12 years really super quickly. So that's 140 12 years, that's 144 months multiplied by $265. That's $38,000. So you could have bought this car, you know, at $26,000, but instead you leased it for 38. I don't understand. That's $12,000 difference. And if you're going to be telling me, Dan, but what about the repairs? What about the maintenance? Do you know how much maintenance and repairs you can do for $12,000? I mean, do the math. Again, you know, I did really quick, like 15-second math. Do the math. If it makes sense, do it. If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. Like on the Cadillac I just did, the MSRP was 56 and the lease was $96,000. We did the mileage and blah blah blah. We did the whole thing with them. You know, it didn't make sense for him. Maybe for you it makes sense. King Null 001, love you Dan, thanks buddy, love you right back. When emailing dealerships for a client, do you offer the identical price for every car, or do you just knock 20-25% off asking? I go by the percentage. Jer Isles, hey Dan, it's late up here, but you're doing good, God's work. Thanks, man, appreciate it. Jer Isles, yeah, it's 10 o'clock on the East Coast already. Corgi, Dan, we have a couple of car salesmen in the Facebook group, by the way. They are probably watching your videos and trying to come up with ways to counter it. How are you gonna counter it? How are you gonna counter somebody that's looking for a car over 100 dealerships? And somebody that's willing to tell you no. How are you gonna counter that? By giving them the price they're looking for. Just between you and me. Oh, Ace. Okay, it's a car you can control with your phone. Why would I need to have a car I can control with my phone? I don't even know, to be honest with you. Streets rolling motions. Mercedes and BMWs depreciates fast, don't they? Oh my God. They depreciate it super fast. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, look at their prices at 70,000 miles. It's insane. Because people already put in $2,000 or $3,000 worth of fucking maintenance, repairs. Oh, holy shit. If I already put $3,000 in the car and I only had the car for, you know, until 70,000 miles, the big repairs are going to come at 100, 115, 125,000 miles. What am I going to do then? Tom, no cost of repairs and cars is always under warranty. I understand. Yeah, I understand that you know, the car is under warranty. Well, what if you buy a good quality car, like Kia has a 100,000-mile warranty, Hyundai 100,000-mile warranty, Lexus, Toyota, what else is there? Honda, Genesis, right? What about those cars? I think they can last 150,000 miles with no problem, with no big, major, expensive repairs. Like on the, here's the thing: people are like, well, what about you know, buying you know, when you buy a car, you have to put new tires, new brakes on it. You will only buy tires three times in life of a car. 3 times max. If you're buying tires more than 3 times, what the fuck are you doing? Drifting? Are you racing this thing? Like, what are you doing? Are you, you know, on average, like, a decent, not amazing, not real shit, average tires will last 60,000 miles. So you have first set of tires 60,000 miles, second set of tires 120,000 miles, and then you're probably already thinking about selling it, right? Or if you want to keep it until it truly blows up, you go to another set of tires. So three sets of tires. Let's go with decent, not amazing, not really cheap, but decent tires. So we're gonna go with $70 a tire. $70 a tire multiplied by 4. So that's 280. Plus you're gonna have to, balance it. You know what? Fuck. 300. Let's say $400. Let's say $400 you're gonna have to spend every time you get tires, right? $400. And let's and say that's $400 times 3. That's $1,200. That's you spent $1,200 on tires in car's life. Tom, then if you buy a car, paid it off in 5 years, don't like it anymore, you will lose money. That's why I tell people, yes, if you don't keep the cars for as long as you should, you will lose money. That's why you buy a car that you like. How are you gonna feel in 5-10 years? Buy a car with some room to grow into that car. That's why I tell people, buy Lexus, buy comfortable cars. Don't buy these plasticky bullshit cars, if you're going to be keeping it for a long time. You may not like Lexus now. You may not like Genesis now. I guarantee you're going to like it once you're 30, Do you ever offer more than 25% off asking price? No, but there is a big but, and it's a good but. There's a guy in our group, he got like 32% or something off MSRP. Somewhere like, holy shit. Yeah, by the way, if you guys are not in our Facebook group, you're missing out big time. Tom, then I leased a car and had to end up buying because it was super high on the mileage and only ended up paying an extra 1,000 at the end of the day versus if you have ever just bought it outright. Okay. Then I'm on my third set of tires on my Mazda 3. I have 75,000 miles. Okay, what are you doing on your Mazda? Look at the tire. If you are the one, Tom, since you're not leasing, right? You're not buying new tires. I most likely, right? How are you getting 105? Tom, like I don't understand. How? An average 40,000 miles, no matter what warranty. Listen, tires have warranties, right? The tire manufacturer says this tire without you fucking drifting, okay, without you doing burnouts, this tire will last you 60,000 miles. We warranty this tire for this many miles. If the tire goes bad before that, you pull out the fucking warranty, you call the 1-800 number, you call them, what the fuck, Dude, that's insane. You're buying tires like every 30,000 miles. That's crazy, dude. What are your thoughts on 2018, 2019 Honda Accords? Good car. Buy it if you want it. But I would buy a Lexus instead or a Genesis. Dan, would you buy a cell phone and keep it for 12 or 15 years? Here's the thing. Tom, phones are not the same as cars. My 2010 Lexus has 90%, 95% of the same features that a 2019 Lexus has. The car, we're 10 years apart. Now, let's compare this $1,000 phone to, you know, a smartphone 7 years ago. We're not even going 10 years ago back. Let's only go 7 years ago, right? The technology up here is way you know, moves a lot quicker than on a car. But even with the phone, this is $1,000 phone. I'm keeping this motherfucker until it blows up. All right, guys. Do we have any more questions, or do we have everything answered? And I'm going to bed. All right, Tom. Good night. Enjoy. I mean, I'll pray for your tires. uh, yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna keep my phone for so, until it blows up. You know, I mean, the new phones, they don't really have any much difference, you know, than what my phone has. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks for your questions. Glad this happened tonight. Very, very pleasant experience. My name is Dan motherfucking Strong. I'm signing out, and I'll see you on the internet. Fly by. Special thanks to you for tuning in. I'll see you next stream.